This man said he had to fucking poop. Who uses poop as a grown ass man, dog? That shit funny. Ah, that's funny as hell, man. Ooh, 80, 82 throw power backup. That's rough. Who's Terrell Kid, the guy I wanted to draft? He was receiving back. Yep. Yep. I would have drafted him. He ain't bad. Receiving back numbers is good. 53 pass block is decent. Spin move terrible. Break tackle terrible. Amon Ra and DK and JSN. Golly. Looks like we're gonna be playing some zone, boys. We're gonna be playing some zone. 83 strength rookie center. Is he starting him? He is. Yo, his last game had to have been the sim. He had 91 downs played, bro. 91 offensive snaps. Like, what the fuck? That's crazy. Can't run block for shit. Hopefully my rookies tear into these motherfucking interior offensive linemen. That'd be ideal. Speed at linebacker. Everywhere. Except left outside. Oof. Still got Tyreek and Witherspoon. He was rookie of the year. Flat zone, mid zone, deep route. That's tough. That's tough. Those numbers looking like only 2 picks this year. Because people ain't throwing to him, huh? I won't be. I sure shit won't be throwing at him. Actually using spread. Interesting. He's actually using spread. Should be interesting.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And a
Flow to
short
the ball,
pickup
boys.
to
Good
about
flow
the
to the ball.
27. It'll be second down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Smith
Damn, folded.
Read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now Smith. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play.
Interior pass rush, baby. All right.
Game ready to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Interior pass rush, baby.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26.
Whoop.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
A little bit of lag in this play call. Playbook menu. Just a wee bit of lag here.
Ready. 43 rail. Ready.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
Here now, 2nd and 4. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Red, cycle. Hey, red. Ready.
Lance looking to throw it. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Let's continue rushing. It's good to know.
Ready. Blaster, 6. Set.
Lance now on 1st down. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket.
How's Zach Martin giving it up?
Because once he gets outside,
Zach Martin
that's where he
giving
can
it
really
up.
hurt you.
That's tough.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
52 blaster. Green gas. Zoom black.
From the gun, it's Lance. Caught left side, it's Beckham. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down.
Field, black, blue, go.
The Lance going to throw. Able to find the open
Don
man.
Gigolo. Male Gigolo. What up, though?
The chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, ready. Rail, yellow. Ready, ready.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. This is caught by Addison. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be.
Oh, wow.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
Do that shit again, man. Do that shit again, man.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Fight, 60.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
Oh, break the tackle,
He's
8.
got 4 down
Come
inside
on.
the 20 to the 18.
Break the fucking
Well,
tackle,
they certainly
8.
had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short game. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And they'll go for it. Lance. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech. I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so. That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Now Gino on first down. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Open man right side is St. Brown. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Third and 9 here. Now Smith. Throw out line to Walker. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Walker now on first and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47th. 1-yard gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Wow! He walked right past him!
And Smith able to move the chains before sliding down. It's a gain of 12.
Come on now.
First down Seahawks. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO.
Now.
What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
On first down, Smith. And Walker has it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On first down, it's Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
He got that fucking ball back. God damn it, Jim.
Quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. And that play simply dropped it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Gino.
Go, baby.
That is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays to put together. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on fourth down. It's Jason Myers. Myers' kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ready.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a first and 10.
Man.
And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Ready.
On second down, here's Lance. Short throw to Smith. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. For the Vikings at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Going underneath.
Break
He's
a
got
tackle,
Hawkinson.
goddammit.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
From the gun on third down, Lance.
Didn't think he would stay on that. Didn't think he would stay on that. Did not think he would stay on that. Oh, my gosh.
It's a touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner.
Didn't think he would stay on that shit.
Defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Oh! Oh!
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return.
That's tough, man.
One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
That's tough.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now Lance looking to change it up. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
10 cycles.
A quick throw complete on to Beckham. Little razzle-dazzle by OBJ. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Fuck, couldn't get it snapped. Couldn't get that shit snapped, man. Damn.
Okay, right? Ready.
They'll run with Gibson. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Antonio Gibson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Vikings' 43-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Out of the gun, Walker with it. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for first.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now it's Smith.
Oh.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I feel like my man Momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe Momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. That's to his running back. And the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
On 1st and 10, Smith. He finds Smith and Jigba. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
What happened now?
From the gun, here's Smith.
Picked off. Let's go.
Oh, it's intercepted.
We got you.
Drive killer there.
To the apartments. To the apartments. Yaha.
Take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick six from earlier. Those are some crucial points that make it pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field,
Pick
but we're
six,
checking
that
the
is.
psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go.
She a real game. She about to be.
The momentum on their side.
No, not really.
Offense. You wonder if there's going to be some hesitation.
Yeah, that's a real game.
To lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The final shot here before break. Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here. That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game. Now Lance wants to change him up. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards.
Well, hello, Don Tickler.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage. And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Shit, we gotta stop.
Backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
$50.
Of stringing that one out. Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized. And down he went behind the line of scrimmage. And bringing it in right side here, back
what the fuck?
And he'll lose yardage here. Back
Stop
at the
touching
47.
shit, nigga.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. On 3rd down, here's Gibson.
This man left his feet.
Fumble near midfield.
Oh, my God, bro.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy
That's
territory.
trash, bro.
Anything to make of this or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week and now a 3rd.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight, all the while doing that and not slowing down.
On his ass. Come here, boy.
And they get there for the sack. Brian Asamoah. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback.
Hold it in.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good
Those things
psychological
got
advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Smith. That's caught inside the 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up
That's
a 1st
fucked
and
up,
goal.
man.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play
That's
as well.
fucked up, man.
He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
Ready.
Throwing now is Gino. And that one going to come up short.
This man got hurt again?
That play looked off right from the beginning because I think he hurt himself a little bit and ended up making the throw short of the back on the screen attempt. It falls incomplete.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Walker. Will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
That's some bullshit, man. High ankle sprain. God damn. Oh, shit, it's 4-3. Oops. Outside.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And 3rd, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
And he will slide to a hold at the end of that one. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
And quickly to the outside, that's caught by Lamb.
Darian DeLeon. Come on, baby. Let's go.
Wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Good fucking blocks, 3. I said don't run that quick.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On first down, right back to Gibson.
Fight for me! Get in there!
Touchdown, Minnesota. Antonio Gibson, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Put that ball out. Come on.
Groove here this go around. And the result here, a pickup
ball
of 8.
out, boy.
Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Now that'll be caught by
He did not.
And he is
actually
out of
threw that
bounds,
shit.
but not
That's
before
tough.
he's inside the 30.
Playing with fire now.
An excellent gain, 35
Playing with
yards.
fire now.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player, but he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Smith.
Yes, sir. Baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. I want that seam to look open. Yeah. Yeah.
And that could turn out to be a giant.
Got your ass, Mr. Postman.
Hey. And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say,
yeah,
that was the play of the game.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get
820,
this
I'm not
next
sure.
drive
I got
underway.
850s, but
A long
I said I'm not
drive
sure about
last
the
time out for this
820s, but I got the
offense. If you
850s.
remember, they started basically in
I
the
would assume
shadows
they
of their
pretty
own
decent.
end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction. Watch.
It got his man complete.
Yeah, they might be pretty good. It might be good because they are cheaper headset.
Inside the 45. 39 yards there. A big one. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. Need old blue.
Off of play action. Here's Lance.
Oh, why is he inaccurate? That shit is
Shot
open foot touchdown, bruh. Come
How
on.
good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that
Whoa.
incompletion, that's just the third time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident,
Oh, no, and he hit me with a penalty.
Here, middle of the field.
He hit me with a penalty, bro.
So they will tread back.
Holding on
the
a
holding
running
penalty.
back. Like,
and I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and
holding
pace
on
that they
a fucking
play.
running back.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. And Lance, he's going to change the play.
Ready?
He's going to keep this again. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Down. Claws red. Smack red.
And Lance now to throw.
Fucking missed him. God damn it, man.
Incomplete. Critical play in this
tough,
football
bro.
game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away
That's
at the
tough,
clock.
bro.
Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll be a
31?
41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll give them 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Play action. It's Smith. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
I don't know. It's the weekend, nigga.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Hold it in.
And he's going to lose
Go, boy.
yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Geno now to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. That third down conversion good for 23. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he'll take it down.
Get that ball out, boys. Get that ball out.
16-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Walker. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Walker.
4th down, baby.
That one going nowhere.
Hold his ass to 3, boy. Yeah, he is.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
For the game, boys. This one is for the game.
Hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3. They snap it to Smith.
Yes, sir! Get him off the field. Let's fucking go.
Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little
Get him off the
time
field.
remaining. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing.
Game on the fucking line. Put that base defense on the field, baby.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Hey!
They can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers. Anyone who's going to lay down a block, Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure.
No, hand that off.
Whistles now and a timeout.
Fuck.
Defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Lance back to throw. It's caught. Becker.
OB fucking J. Let go.
And he will have a Viking first down. That should be the one that gets him to the finish line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's
baby.
going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now Lance looking to change it up.
Ready?
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Come on, set.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Blue striker. Yellow, go. Hut, hut.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He got fucking held.
One incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Hell,
yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this
rough.
game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And now they'll shift things around.
Faster, faster.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Well, they got off the field on third down. Excellent job. Excellent
Gotta
defensive
get this
series.
motherfucker the ball
We always
back,
talk
huh?
about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams
20
adjust
seconds,
series
no
to
timeouts.
series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Call it 15.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the second time. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota.
Boom this hoe. Ho.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. He'll look to set up his blockers.
14 seconds. You got 3 plays to defend, baby. 3 plays to defend.
Control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
My best players on the field, boys.
Here's first and 10. Smith's going to throw it. He's going to let it fly.
Yasirski, get him out of here. Get him out of here. There you go.
Harrison Smith. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game.
Get him out of here.
Last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because as he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Ready.
Down to a knee goes Lance, and that should just about do it. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out.
Quarterbacks do no touchdowns in this game.
Down the stretch.
So for Minnesota, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Oh, I can't type RPO? The fuck? 9 for 46, 2 touchdowns, 1 fumble, of course. Odell with 100 yards. That's crazy. Zach Martin giving up a sack is kind of wild. 19 TFLs, 2 sacks, 3 interceptions, 1 pick 6. I gotcha. Pass deflections, 1 forced fumble. He recovered it. Alright, we out. K-Bio? Huh?